Yo, what up everyone? Today I'm gonna talk about how am I gearing my mages for the new season and how you should do it. And there is also a little bit of difference between fire and frost gearing. So I'm gonna explain everything and yeah, like in my opinion, so for example I have three mages. Like fire and arcane gearing is same, but frost is a little bit different. So I'm gonna start first with Frost because much more people play Frost, and Frost is, in my opinion, at the moment really strong, stronger than the other two. But I think that will change once we get four sets. So let's start with the Frost Mage first, okay? So after you win few arenas, you will get a quest, and you will get nine of these Heraldry Gladiator for the season 2. You will get nine of these. What you do as soon as you get nine of those, you craft a ring with haste verse and you put elemental focusing lens on it. And then you craft feet haste verse and you put elemental focusing lens on it. As soon as you do that, in order for elemental focusing lens to work, you want to put a gem into it. So yeah, it won't work unless you have a gem in. So that's the first thing I did. Craft ring, craft feet. The reason I crafted these is because there are no haste verse feet and haste verse ring. Like, there is one haste verse ring, but there isn't other. So, I crafted these two immediately. That's the first thing I did. Now, if you have only one mage, like, I'm gonna show you here. Sets for Frost are not really that great. Like, everything we see here is nerfed half in PvP, right? So, your spells and abilities have a chance to hit a jackpot that fires a frostbolt volley, dealing 480k, that's not a half. And then hitting your primary target for 96 and damage up to 8 additional targets. 2 set is trash. 4 set is also trash for Frost. So, what am I doing on my Frost Mage is I haven't seen really anyone talk about this. What am I doing is I'm not going for tier set at all. And the reason people are scared to do it is because they think you will have a lot of haste and a lot of verse, right? And then we all know if you have too much of one stat, you will have a DR on that stat, which means you will start losing a little bit of that stat if you go too much of it, right? But I have an add-on called True Stat Values, which shows you how much you are losing. So, for example, right here, it says how much haste I have and how much am I. So if I hit a target dummy, this is of course not in PvP. So if I hit a target dummy, it will show minus 10 penalty, 10% penalty, and same for verse. But it's only penalty for the amount exceeding the limit. It's not on all of your verse, on all of your haste. It's only on the amount of exceeding the limit. So 10% is nothing. That's why I'm not going for tier set on Frost at all. I will just go full haste and verse. So I crafted these two, and then I just bought head and I just bought shoulders. Like, it doesn't really matter what you're gonna buy with it because you're not going for tier set. The reason I bought head and shoulder is because I wanted to go tier set immediately, right? But I already did it on two of my other mages. So I did the same. I crafted ring, I crafted feet, I went head, I bought head, I bought shoulders, and then I converted both head and shoulders into a tier set because of one you get for free, right? And the other one you get for like when you reach 1.6. So on two of my other mages, I crafted this and I went for tier set ASAP. So on two of my other mages, I have 2 set and these two. That's first week of gearing. I think that's the best thing you can do if you want to go for tier set. If you don't want to go for tier set on your Frost Mage, which is what I'm doing on this mage, so I just crafted these and I'm just buying full haste verse gear. And of course I'm jamming, like I'm enchanting full haste, I'm jamming big haste, I'm doing all because all for haste, right? Because you want like 10% of 1000 is like 1263 here. Like that's 10% of that is nothing, right? So you're not even losing that much. So because tier set for Frost is absolutely awful, this is what I'm doing, and I think it's better for Frost if you don't go for tier set, because tier set is really bad. However, if you have only one mage and you wanna play everything, I think you should do, like, you should always do these two first. Like, as soon as you get the quest, you craft these two, you put elemental focusing lens, and then you put a gem, right? And then you buy a head, turn it into a tier set, and then you buy shoulders and turn it into a tier set. The reason you buy these two is because you want head because it's good stats for tier set, and you want shoulders because you can afford them, right? You cannot afford chest because chest is more expensive. So if you want two set for week 1, you want head and shoulders, and you craft these two. That's the best gearing process for if you want two set. But as I said, on this mage, I'm not going for two set. It's gonna be full on, just full haste, full verse, Frost mage. And that's about it. I'm not gonna go for any set pieces on it. You can go for two set on Frost. I think 4 set is absolutely awful for Frost. You should never do it. You lose a lot of stats. The stats are bad, and it doesn't really do anything. Like, Frost mage tier set is just trash, right? So yeah, that's my reasoning behind all of this. Why am I getting like this, my Frost mage? And yeah, I'll show you how, like, I'll show you my talents, I guess, now. It's pretty much the same as last season. You go big Frostbolts, overpowered barrier, you have to play it. I'm talking about trees and shuffle, I'm not talking about twos or whatever. Overpowered barrier is majority of your damage. If you use it properly, it's your second on damage or top on damage, whatever. So overpowered barrier is always a lock-in in trees and shuffle. Then you have Master Shepherd, Snowdrift. You can change Master Shepherd for a Ice Wall if you want to, but yeah, these are the lock-in. So pretty much same as last season, except you have overpowered barrier now. And yeah, those are my talents for Frost. I'm gonna hop in and show you guys my fire mage gearing process and arcane. Okay, so on this mage, I did what I said, right? I crafted these two, and then I went head tier set, shoulder tier set. I have two set on day 1 of the season. You can have two set. I already explained why I did it. Like, I think 2 set and 4 set on both fire and arcane is really good. I think fire has one of the best 4 sets in the game, and I think you should always go for 4 set on fire. You will go for head, you will go for shoulders, you will go for chest, and then I think you will go for legs. Let me check. Yeah, legs, because hands, bad stats, big crit, low mastery, and legs are at least big haste, right? Low crit. So yeah, it's head, shoulders, chest, and legs. And these stats for fire are also insane. Like, haste mastery is good for fire, versa mastery is also good, haste mastery is also good, and like crit haste is kind of bad, but at least it's big haste. So 4 set on fire is really good stats, really good 4 set, one of the best in the game. So yeah, you should always go for 4 set on both fire and arcane. So yeah, that's what I did, and here I'm enchanting verse and jamming big verse because I will be going 4 set, so I'll be lacking a little bit of versa. So you wanna jam big verse, like verse haste, and then enchant your verse on rings. And yeah, I think that's about it. I'll show you my talents for fire. These are my talents for fire. Pretty much same as last season. You can change this and you can put it somewhere else if you'd like to. I keep it here. Phoenix Flames now with this talent, they can hit for like 1 mil. So yeah, overpowered barrier, always a lock-in, broken talent. Even after the nerfs, it's your like top damage on both fire and frost. And yeah, I guess you can change Master Shepherd for a Ice Wall if you like to. Other than that, yeah, those are my talents. So I think I've explained everything. I explained the reasoning behind frost gearing and fire gearing. I think frost is still better than fire is. I think that might change where T-sets come. We'll have to wait and see. You'll have to wait like another, like, what, 4 weeks until everyone has 4 set, which is kind of sad. But yeah, I think Frost right now just feels better, harder to kill. They do like about same damage. Maybe Frosted does even more. And yeah, even like right now you have 2 set on fire and still Frost feels way better, even without any sets on Frost. And we'll have to see what will happen when the 4 sets come, yeah. So, and yeah, that's about it. So if you have more mages, I would advise you to keep one strictly for frost gearing and then gear other for arcane and fire. If you have only one, I would advise you to go what I did, like go 2 sets with helm and shoulders and craft ring and feet. I already said the reason you're crafting ring and feet is because you instantly get elemental focusing lens, which is good right now. It does like about 4% of your damage. And then the like feet, they don't exist as haste versa. They're only versa mastery and crit. So if you craft, you can put haste versa feet, you can get haste versa ring, and you put elemental focusing lens. You put a gem in order for elemental focusing lens to work. And yeah, you go for 2 set immediately. Day 1 you have both crafted powers, you have a gem, and you have the 2 set. So if you want to go for tier sets, if you only have one mage, do this. This is the best thing you can do. Grab 2 set immediately, get 1.6 in any bracket, grab 2 set, craft ring and feet, and yeah, it's not as it was before. Like the once you get 1.6, you don't get a free piece. You have to buy a piece from conquest vendor, and then when you reach 1.6, you will get a one more, like you will get a one more charge of turning like a piece into a set piece, right? You have one because it's week 1, so as soon as you buy helm, you come here, you turn it into a tier set, and then when you get 1.6, you get one more charge, you get it in a bag, you click it, you go buy conquest piece, which is in this case our shoulders, you come here and you turn shoulders into a set piece. So you need to buy both. It's not free like it was before, so you need to buy both in order to turn it. So yeah, you buy shoulders because they're cheaper. And yeah, you buy shoulders because they are cheaper. You cannot afford both helm and chest, so you just buy shoulders and head. And yeah, rest of the 4 set will be chest and legs. And yeah, that's about it. I think I explained everything. I think everyone needs to download the if you want to do if you want to go the route I did on a frost mage where you don't even go for tier set, download the add-on called True Stat Values. It's an insane add-on. It shows you how much stats you are losing or gaining or whatever, like when you exceed the limit. So keep that in mind. It's an insane add-on, and if you're going for no set on Frost Mage, you will be stacking a lot of haste and verse. So download that add-on just so you can see how much you are losing, because people know they are losing, but they don't know how much. So no one even no one even talks about it. They're like, oh my god, I have too much haste, I'm losing stats. Yeah, but 10% of 120 is nothing, right? Oh, I mean of 1200. 10% is nothing. So if your tier set is trash, I would rather lose 100 haste, right? And 100 versa, but have full haste and versa, than go for a tier set that's trash and then lose a lot of verse and a little bit of haste, right? So, yeah. Your call. But my Frost will be geared with no tier set. I'll just keep one mage like that. And I don't think it's a mistake to go for 2 set. If you wanna go for 2 set on a Frost mage, however, go for helm and chest. Don't go for week 1 to set on frost. Wait it out, because you will get it on week 2. If you want to have like, because for frost Versa mastery is kind of bad, so you want to have haste mastery on helm and you want to have haste mastery on chest. If you want to get grab 2 set, go for helm and chest, which you won't be able to do week 1, but you will be able to do on week 2. That's it, like if you really want to have 2 set on a mage, on a frost mage, but I really think this 2 set and 4 set on a frost are absolutely awful. However, I think 4 set on a fire is one of the best in the game, so you should rush. You should get 2 set immediately like I did. It's too good. 4 set is even better. I can't wait to get it. I think Fire Mage is finally back with this 4 set, and I'm gonna have a blast. And yeah, that's it. I hope I helped people with gearing process and my thoughts and what I do. And yeah, see ya, boys.